Hi people, I'll leave the fan on. So I just wanted to make a quick video because I'm installing the Legend head unit into Thor, my XC90. This applies for all P2 XC90s from 2003 to 2015 or 14. This is not a full installation video, but I just wanted to talk about a few things and maybe initial impressions. So for back here, since I got the backup camera first, I'm just seeing. So it's covering the year on the license plate. So I'm just gonna put them down here. It's no biggie, but it's pretty simple. I got the license plate light, routed it through here. You have to drill a 1/2-inch hole just to get the audio and video wires through. And then, this is the power wire for the camera, which I'm going to attach to, if you look over here, the blue plug and the black plug. The blue plug is the power and the black is the ground for the reverse lights. Because this is, if you had a tow bar, that's what you'd tap into. So that's it for that. So I'm gonna just route the wires. The wires with any radio that I get are never long enough, so I'm glad that I have extra red and black wires to route all the way here, and then through this plug here, and then I'm gonna have to pop this open, run it all the way down to here, and then tap it to here. So that's for the reverse camera. For the video wire, I went the other way just because it seemed a little bit easier. So the wire goes all the way here, down here. It'll be tidied up soon. And then through here, through into the body. And then now I'm currently routing it. I'm routing it to, through here. But I actually, the red wire. I ran into an issue. So this clip over here just chopped the video wire in half, but the video wire didn't seem like it would be long enough anyway, so I'm extending it. So you have to strip the wires and then get the individual yellow, red, and black, and then now I can extend it to this over here, which will go to the head unit. But let me show you the head unit because I put it back here because it would be safe. So this is a 10.1-inch screen. It's supposed to do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, front and rear camera if you opt for that. And then now up front over here, I'm gonna have it route to the steering wheel controls as well. The car is a mess because everything's apart, but it's supposed to replace the factory head unit over here. So I guess I will keep you guys posted once I get the wire completely routed through. All right, so I did not give up. I connected the wire, so I did the extension, but because I'm not sure if it's actually gonna work, I'm gonna wait until the head unit is put in so I can route the wire. But what I'm gonna do, I still have to route this, but I wanted to work on this first. So it's very easy. You just pop this off from the front. There's two, T25 Torx bits at the bottom that you have to get out, and then you just pull it from the bottom. And so now I'm just gonna unplug the climate control wire, so that green plug and then that plug down there. You have to make sure that the battery is unplugged, because if you don't do that, if you unplug the climate control with the battery plugged in, it'll trip an SRS airbag code for some reason. So make sure that the battery is unplugged. So several hours later, I finally figured out the no sound problem. I saw people post about this in the Legend Facebook group. For some reason, my brain glitched and I didn't think to try to twist this dial to switch to aux. Then you could see it on here. So once it's switched on aux, then it works. So the audio goes here. I also had to cut this quite a bit because in the instructions for the Legend kit, I'm sorry about the lighting, but in the instructions for the Legend kit, you have to put the that CD box on top of this. But I don't really want to do that just because the wires don't seem quite long enough. So I'm shoving it behind, well, I don't want to move too much stuff, but shoving it behind there. So that's why I had to trim that, because it wouldn't sit all the way. So it should sit perfectly now. The backup camera doesn't work. The reverse lights work fine. So it's either not getting power, or the way how I had to extend that video wire didn't work properly. So what I'm gonna do is just button everything up and then order a new video cable, and then also check on the power. And if it is the cable, that's great. I'm just gonna try to find one that's longer, maybe like 20 feet or something, just to make sure. I'd rather have more than less. So about a day or so has passed, and oh, wait a minute, this is the first thing I notice. This doesn't work. How does that not have any power? Because it worked like a day ago. That's one thing. I need to move the month, well, the year sticker down here so I don't get any trouble with the risers. But that's not what I was expecting to show you. Maybe that's one reason why the camera doesn't work. But I did want to just get in here and go over a quick little guide, or just, you know, show you guys how this thing looks. So for people that want to do CarPlay, because I mainly use CarPlay, I'm not using it now because I'm on my phone, but you use the T-Link app. So, you know, it's in this little app menu that pops up if you hit this. I moved it over here, but you have to swipe over, and then you find the T-Link app, and then it just automatically does it. It does wired and wireless Apple CarPlay, which is absolutely fantastic. I really love that. But there's so much to go over in here. First of all, this is the main screen that pops up when you start it up. I need to figure out how to get like a boot logo that says Volvo. It did that before, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't really like this screen. Oh, I clearly have to change the date and time. Do that now. But it's honestly pretty good. The time is accurate. This stuff, I don't really use it too much. There is so much stuff to get used to, like the settings. The whole like responsiveness of the screen, it's actually pretty snappy, pretty quick. It's not really been slow. The only time that it's slow is to connect to CarPlay if you do it wirelessly, but it takes less than a minute. By the time that I'm ready to be driving, it's fine. But you can see there's so many settings in here and everything. I'm trying to make it so you can see better, but there's so many things to go over in here. I set everything to how I like things, at least so far, but I want to figure out how I can do backgrounds and all kinds of things. There's also, if I go to Chrome, you can do Chrome. The car isn't connected to the internet right now, and also the car has a 4G hotspot. Let me see if this makes it any better. The car has a 4G hotspot, but I'm not sure how to turn that on. This is interesting, but the sound quality is so much better because now I use an actual head unit and CarPlay instead of an FM transmitter. But boot animation, this maybe not, maybe not. But some things that I also want to talk about, things that I like, are over here. It shows the car's battery voltage, it shows your phone battery, shows how many, like the connection of the car to the 4G, the time over there. But it's nice seeing that information over here. I also like how it just fits with the interior. It just gives it a nice modern look to it. I like that a lot. But there's these things, like it does Google Maps, which works pretty well if I want it to go to, well, it's offline right now. I need to connect it to the internet, but I just wanted to show you. But I guess I don't really have much else to add, unless if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. I'll also post the link to the Facebook group that you can order this head unit from. And yeah, that's all. I just wanted to post a quick iPhone video for people that have P2 XC90s that are wondering about how this system works. I'll give you one last show of it. But honestly, after day 2 of owning this head unit in my car, I'm impressed. You know, there's still a lot to go over. I can't believe it has Netflix, but there's still a lot to go over because I want the home screen to be organized properly. I'm not going to do that right now because that'll take too long figuring things out, but you can also swipe up data. Okay. You can also screenshot, so I guess it has photos up here, which is all interesting, but okay, it's confusing now. But it's a good unit. It fits well with the car, like I said. Also, I figured why my backup camera doesn't work up front here. In that video cable, there's that yellow video plug, and then there's a red or orange power plug. I didn't connect the power plug to anything because I was just like, I just want this thing to be in, so I didn't do that. Now I need to figure out why the light in the back doesn't work, because I don't want one light to be working and one light to not be working. But this was $650. So it's expensive, but it is worth it because of all the features that you get with it. It does seem intimidating to install. Probably the last few clips that you saw seemed intimidating, but it's all plug and play except the backup camera, which is just very light wiring, so nothing too tedious. The hardest thing I'd say was routing the backup camera wire all the way through here. That was it, and that was pretty easy, you know, because I've had experience doing that before. I'd like to get a front camera eventually, and someone told me to get the Torque Light app. I guess that shows things on here, which I'd be really happy about, because I have a Bluetooth OBD2 port, so I'll figure that out.